our little streaming what the fuck. We'll take live calls here in a minute. Just to follow up on a couple things we had talked about last week. I was hoping to have more intel on the game and not to jerk you around, but I don't really have a lot more. Other than to say, oh, there's Katie Lou. Other than to say, I announced that it's a tablet game. I will tell you this, that I know I saw some things online about it, how in the past I was against a browser-based game, and the truth is, I'm just sort of ignorant about, quite honestly, about anything other than platform games. So when I sat down with the Fox Mobile people and went through the process, and became aware of two things. One is that ultimately gaming is all heading towards tablets because we have a generation of kids who are growing up with iPads glued to their hands. And also that the quality and the complexity of tablet games gets, the technology gets more advanced every day. And also, just from a pure price point and financial aspect of it, it's so much easier to invest in a new title and to explore new titles on a tablet than it is with a platform-based game. So the tablet game looks awesome. I've seen test demos. I will tell you that, like the graphic novel and like we have an SOA novel, actually an actual book coming out. They will live in the same world and the same time as Sam Crow does, but they'll be parallel stories, meaning they'll run with our mythology, but never sort of, and at points intersect. So we'll have characters intersecting, and this is the international sign for intersecting. We'll have characters and story points intersecting, but we'll never have, my big concern was I didn't want mythology to step on other mythology. I wanted everything to be sort of exist and within the stories, in individual stories that don't necessarily step on what we've done on the show. So the tablet game will be about another charter of Sons of Anarchy, and we will have characters that from the current mythology sort of cross into that world and participate. So I think it'll be really satisfying from a gaming point of view, in that it'll be fresh. It won't be a rehashing of stories you already know. But for fans, it'll feel familiar because we'll be dealing with story points and characters that they know. And that is still, I think, on track to come out in like October, I think, possibly. And that's the one thing I wanted to talk about. The other thing is the fan event. Again, the fan challenge, as we've had pretty much, I think, the last 3 or 4 years now. If we increase our viewership for the premiere in the 18 to 49 by any percentage, that we will. Now, the good news is that the bad news is I don't have all the details yet. The good news is that I know that it'll be they're opening it up to a lot more people. So it'll be probably anywhere. At this point, in the past, I think it's been 4 or 5 people, and now I know it'll be at least, possibly 10, maybe 20 people we'll be able to bring out. And wearing my melon beanie, and they will come out, and we're going to do a sort of I guess the fan event will be the finale. We're going to do a big fan night for the final episode of Sons of Anarchy, and the winners of that premiere challenge will be flown to Los Angeles and invited to this final event for the show. And my guess is that all the cast will be there. I think we're going to do a Forest Rangers thing and have Bob Thiel Jr. and our rockin' Sons of Anarchy band, perhaps Katie Segal singing as well. So that's what I know. I'll have details. My guess is what we'll do is sort of what we've done in the past. We will we'll use social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I will probably go through and pick fans whom I continuously see on my feed. And then we'll do something like, we'll go through and see who can premiere, who can retweet the most information about the show. We'll try to mix it up a little bit. And like we do every year, we will have a percentage of that, of those winners will be our members of our armed forces, military men and women will be invited as well. That's what I know. I know so little. I really do. You think I'd know a lot more, but I really don't. That's it. I think let's open it up. Can we open up Katie? Can we see Katie?
I'm here.
Yes, we can see her and we can hear her.
Katie? Oh, we can see her?
Yep.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Katie. You're cut off. I only see you from the nose down.
Oh, here I am. Is
there
that better?
Are. That's better. And let's open up our Skype lines, boys.
What are you doing down there, sweetheart?
What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm in my manhole.
I love you.
Been open?
Just sounded wrong. I don't see anybody. Are we?
The Skype lines have just been opened, and
oh, cool.
So people who are watching can go to twingalaxieslive.com and click the Skype button and call and talk to you guys right now.
Thank you, Jason Hall. That's Jason. Yes.
Hi, Jason.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very good. Tell Alicia I can barely sit down.
Oh my gosh.
Understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she says you work hard.
I worked hard today.
Are you using your phone? Are we seeing you through your phone, or?
She's on.
How about my iPad?
Oh, it looks good.
Can you see me?
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay.
We're getting some people coming in on 4 and 5. So.
Oh, there's people. Wow.
We'll leave it to you guys.
People.
Let's do. Is that line 5? Let's do line 5. The young lady with the glasses.
Oh, me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I wanted to say thank you for doing this. This is awesome.
You're welcome.
I have a couple of questions for. Can I start with Katie?
Absolutely. Please do. I have to go to the bathroom, so please start with Katie.
Okay. I have a little bit of a delay, so I hope this isn't. Are you going to be singing any songs this season on Sons of Anarchy?
Yes, I am. I sing a song every year, and I don't think I can give away what the song is. Can I, honey? No. So, yes, I am. I'm not even sure which episode it is, but we're about to start recording it.
It's a classic.
It's a classic.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. I have another question for Katie. Are you going to be coming to New York anytime to sing with the Forest Rangers?
I don't know that anything's booked right now. We're playing here in Los Angeles on September 12th, but we don't have any plans yet. We'd love to come to New York and play.
I could totally see you playing downtown somewhere in the Village, down by Bleecker Street. It'd be beautiful.
Village. That would be great. Hook it up.
I'd love to. All right, Kurt, I got a couple of lightning round questions for you. Are you ready?
I'll give you one. Let's go.
It's either a yes or a no question, yes or no answer. That's all I want.
Yes.
Is it possible that Tara kept a journal last in the past?
I guess so, sure.
No, it's yes or no.
I can't answer yes or no.
All right, you fail. Thank you.
Thanks, sweetheart. Hey, Jason, there's a line open on 1 that's just like the inside of somebody's closet. So let's make that go away. And number 4, this guy we had the whole time last time. So let's get somebody else there. We love you. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. So now we have nobody.
Hi, babe.
You screened everybody out.
I did. I screened everybody out. Fuck them. I'll just talk to my wife.
Yeah, well,
Hi,
when you go live, it takes time for the Twitter to propagate through everybody, so you're going to get this ramp up over the next 10 minutes.
I got you, buddy. Yeah, I didn't tweet anything other. I tweeted this morning, but I haven't had a chance. I didn't tweet all afternoon. But Katie, you're not working today?
I'm not working today. No.
No. And what episode are we shooting?
So what?
What episode are we shooting?
We are shooting episode 8. Charles Murray's directing.
That's right.
Yeah, today I'm not in today. It's weird. I can't really say much about the episodes.
Right.
I'm sworn to secrecy.
That's right. Yes, the great.
Somebody said the Married with Children cast should be guests on Sons of Anarchy.
Are you reading that? Yes.
Yeah, I'm reading the people are writing in.
Yes.
Yes.
I think we have somebody on 5.
Oh.
Do you have a question?
Someone coming in on 1.
Okay, let's try 1.
Wow. From what room is that in your house? Oh.
This very room. This is the living room.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks awesome.
It's like a haunted house, but every day of the year. So, I have 2 questions for both of you. The first one goes to Kurt. From season 1 to now, how has the storyline changed from what you were writing, or I guess seeing it outlined, how you had the story laid out before you started filming the show?
It didn't. Well, my big picture stories have all sort of. I've landed in pretty close to most of those. I think there's a misconception that I somehow, when I created the show, I arced out every season, and I knew what was going to happen in every episode, and that's obviously that's not the case. I had some idea in terms of bigger arcs and character arcs in terms of who was going to where relationships were going to go, and I come in pretty much every season with a loose sketch of what I want it to be, and then we sort of get into the nitty-gritty and figure out what the big story is, the A story is for each episode, and all that tweaks the mythology, takes it in a little bit different direction. So I never really know how I'm going to get there. So it hasn't really changed in terms of what I originally the concept I originally broke in my head, because I didn't really, I didn't go into a lot of specific detail in terms of what it was going to look like. So,
did you have it, I guess, was like for instance, like all the characters that you had, the way that some have gone, did you have it in like a specific chronological order of who you were thinking was going to be?
I mean, some yes and some no. You know, there were some characters that went away. You know, the sad story of Johnny Lewis, ultimately. But, you know, Johnny, I had no intention of letting Johnny go that quickly, but he personally didn't feel fulfilled and wanted to move on. So we figured out a way to let him go that second season. I didn't, you know, I had a feeling, I always thought Opie would kind of be around till the end, but ultimately, because of the way Ryan Hurst played that character with such empathy and you know, he played him, you know, with such depth of emotion that I felt like by season 5 we had taken everything away from this guy, and I just couldn't logically or organically see him sitting at that table anymore. So that was a combination of story and an actor's interpretation. I did know that Tara would die. Spoiler alert for anybody that doesn't know, at the end of season 6, and I did know that it would be at the hand of Gemma. I always had a sense of that happening, but you know, some of it you don't want to hold on to too tightly. You know, you want to let your story breathe and feel organic and let everybody, you know, my writers, my actors, my directors, you want to let everybody contribute. And let the collaboration kind of take you where it should go.
And Katie, I love you. You are so badass. So I guess like my whole question for you would be, I know that you do comedy and drama, and you pretty much you do everything, and that's awesome. Do you have, I guess, like, what if you were like pursuing the acting or the entertainment and stuff? Was it singing or acting that you were pursuing more? And
I think you're saying, do I like acting or singing more? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I remember like when you were pursuing it as a career. What? Oh. I know that you were a singer before.
Right.
In the right.
Well, let me. You know, I started singing when I was really a kid, so music was something that was sort of just my first love, I would say, and sort of my first way of communicating in a weird way. So music is really, really close to my heart. And then acting is something I fell into and sort of have fallen in love with along the way. It wasn't my my original intention. And so but now I'm super grateful the way things have worked out. You know, I feel really fulfilled by both of them. I feel, you know, they're just both great jobs. So I think that's your question. To say which one I like more, I like them both. I'm always grateful that I can do either one of them.
Let's go to line 4, is that?
Is that me?
Yes.
Can you talk any more about if the homeless woman is going to be in the next season?
What homeless woman?
You know what I mean.
Yes, I know. You know, she hasn't popped up yet. I don't really think, like, that's just a character that is sort of, she is and she isn't, and she's there and she's not, and I don't think I can be any more vague than that. My sense is that you will I'll probably find a place to put her in. I'd like to acknowledge her, and I just, as of now, I don't quite know where it is. I know she's not in the first half of the season, but I'll probably try to find a place to put her in. I like to sort of acknowledge the little bit of magic that's sort of in the show with her, and thanks for reminding me. Yeah, she's not in it yet. So what episode am I writing? 9? I guess I should start thinking about that. Okay, do we, I just tweeted that we're Skyping, so we'll see if we get anybody else to show up. There's somebody in line 2. Line 2?
Yep.
I have a question for Katie. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great. I would like to know, what is your favorite Gemma moment?
What is my what?
Your favorite Gemma moment.
Oh boy, there's a lot of favorite Gemma moments. Mostly what comes out of her mouth. You know, I have to say it was pretty awesome to smash a skateboard into somebody's face. That was interesting. That was a good moment. You know, she's had moments that have been so out of character for what I would do. So, you know, all those really aggressive moments. Certainly there was an episode where she taught Tara how to shoot a gun. I really liked that. You know, anytime she's super badass, she pulls a gun on somebody, she does something, you know, that's something that in my life, I've never had that experience. And there's something really liberating about pretending and having all that aggressive energy. So choose any gun wielding moment, any bad, you know, those were all great.
She's a really good spanker.
She's a good spanker. Oh, she hasn't spanked yet. Quite a bit. I think she likes to get spanked. That's what I would say.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that. All right. Thank you. That was a great question.
There's a beautiful baby. There's a little child. I hope she's not watching Sons of Anarchy.
They're talking to you.
Hi.
Hi.
That's funny.
You have a question on?
Let's see. When people say, like, you are a brilliant genius, do you believe that you really are?
I don't, because I have my wife to sort of remind me.
No, I'm the first one to say he's a brilliant genius. Are you kidding me?
No.
I was giggling because, no, he does not tend to have self-esteem that high. But I think he's an amazing, brilliant genius. He's an amazing.
I'm just every script, before I write every script, I just assume it's going to be the one that shows everybody that I'm a fucking fraud. That's really the way my mind works. So I have that to keep me in check. So, no, I think when you start, you know, believing the press clippings, good or bad, you're in trouble. So I do not tend to believe that.
Right.
In the producing eye in the sky.
Yes, sir.
We believe Kurt Sutter is a genius, so we're going to have to argue that point a little bit. That's all. Thank you. We're out there.
I'm with you, Jason. I'm absolutely with you.
Let's do one more question, Jason. The gentleman number 4 with the headphones.
Hi.
Hey.
It's not more of a question, more of a very outstanding compliment. Katie, you are an amazing actress, and every show you have been in has been amazing, just simply, purely amazing. So thank you.
Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it.
And I second that.
Who's in the sky? Third it.
Yes, yes. We have one. We have one more person. It looks like
Dark.
the green ghost there on like with night vision in 5. Is that?
Hello,
Do you
guys.
do you have a
Hi.
question, or are you just
Can you hear me?
waiting to kill somebody?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, first of all, I want to apologize for my bad English. I'm not from USA. I'm from Sweden, so I've been up all night because I'm such a big fan of you.
That's very nice.
Oh.
Yeah. So my question is, which episode are you most proud of from a writing standpoint?
You know, I not to be not to avoid the question, but you know, there are definitely episodes that stick out to me because of a combination of things. You know, performance, story, audience reaction, and I don't think in terms of what am I most proud of as individual episodes as a writer. You know, the writing is such a collaborative process in terms of, you know, I have a team of great writers, and we break the stories together, and then somebody goes off and does a draft, and then I get that script and I do my pass on it. So it's a very collaborative process. I think in terms of episodes, there's a few that jump out at me. You know, obviously, I'm you know, proud of the pilot and setting up the mythology. There was the episode in season 2 with Gemma's confession, Bomb. I'm very proud of. You know, I love the Ireland season. You know, I'm really proud of all those episodes in that story arc. Opie's death, you know, was a huge episode for us, and I loved that episode. You know, so there's a half a dozen episodes that really sort of stick in my mind as being sort of signature mile markers of the mythology. So you know, I think those episodes in you know, when this all sort of lands and goes away, I think it'll be those kind of episodes that I remember most. So, but I so appreciate you staying up, and you look like you haven't slept, and your English is better than most people I work with. So that's
Thank you so much, man.
that's fantastic. I work with Flanagan, so I'm so used to interpreting dialects. So you're perfect. I think that's all we have time for. We've already killed a half hour in our 15-minute show. I want to thank everybody for showing up, and I swear I won't keep jerking you around with the game and all that stuff. I will have specific information, and we'll keep doing this. The premiere is the 9th, which is a week from Tuesday, right? A week from Tuesday, and I'll have more information about the fan challenge. I love you guys. We'll see you next Friday.
Thank you. Bye.